was correct on the BRLs. So I imagine he would need.
And it's good.
He would need one of that seal that's on there unless y'all signed off on it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Okay.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
No, bro. I'm not stupid.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down. Here we go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Okay, ready? 52's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. That is caught at the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
19. 54 Mike. They can't hang with us. Joker.
On 2nd down now. It's Brown. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit a partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this. First half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, everyone preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Bang, 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 bang.
And out of the pitch, the ball's loose. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Well, they went for all the marbles there on that long pass. He caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
So difficult, isn't it? Because you have so many things you're going through on that play, trying to get open, trying to catch the ball, and still get your feet down to complete the process of the play. Not successful on that attempt.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Orvin.
2nd and long. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now the second down throw on target. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
Switch. Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Yeah. I'm so happy with that shit in my throat.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I feel like I got a bigger head on my shoulders right now.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Yo, it feels bigger now, but like I can float off. I'm high as shit. Yeah.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
It always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's coming. Double up.
Right back to Brown. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Christensen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Robert Heath is Jason. Yes, sir.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
I mean, that's on them. I mean, they are going to do it. I mean, if they don't.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Once I told him we were not leaving without.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
I was like, well, we're not leaving with it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Yeah.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop. 52's the mic. Let's put him hard.
Yeah.
Hey, box truck. Check. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. On 1st down, it's Simpson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Ready?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll run on first down. Brown. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
That's going to be my
From the gun on third, Watson. Throw, but incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you knew in this league you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I got this kind of dry ginger cranberry right here.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down, Lions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Now back to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in the stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brown, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check. Fresno.
Running right, here's Brown. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will make the lead now 26. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I wish I had a
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, Echo. 58, right over there. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Bro, he said he made him not too fast, so he told him not to move. He moved anyway. He said, I told you not to move.
Quarterback now, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
He said he was laying the bed.
They'll set up a
Wipe the
throw.
nut on shit with the goddamn football
Applied,
shot.
and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Mike 52. Mike 50 down.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
I need to want to spin dip up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's brought down, getting this one up.
Yeah.
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know.